Right. So we just started.
Hello.
So now, hello.
Yo.
Now we're on air. Hello, welcome to English Hours. So I am your host. My name is Helen, and he's Tosh-san. He's a
Hi.
host. And
I'm
today
Toshi.
we're having two guests from India and Sweden. So Adam was on this program last week. Hi,
Yep.
hello Adam.
Hello again.
Hello again. And today we're having a special guest from India. Hello, Shuryan.
Hello.
Hello, nice to meet you. Shuryan and Tosan, how did you get you guys to know each other?
We met in a meetup, this international party in Tokyo,
Mhm.
and he seemed to be a really nice guy. So I talked to him, and ever since we hung out once in a while. Yeah. So anyway, we met at a party first.
At a party.
Yes.
Wow, thanks so much. Today, Tosh-san invited Shuryan to this program. Thanks so much. Thanks to Tosh-san, we are having a special guest from India. So again, welcome to English Hours. This is a program for non-native speakers. We're going to talk about a wide range of topics with some guests. And over some specific topics, we're going to cover many specific things. And today we're going to talk about some stories, and we're going to share our experiences. Is it okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Sure.
And last week, Tosan, we talked about how important and how hard being able to speak English especially for Japanese people.
Oh yes.
And
yes.
we covered the topic with Adam,
Mm-hmm.
and we've come to the conclusion that it must be hard, but it's okay to make mistakes in a conversation.
Yes.
Just enjoy making mistakes.
Yes, that's what I said.
Is that correct? Is that correct?
Yes, I said that.
Oh, what do you think about what we talked about last week, Tosan?
I think I said, like we should enjoy making mistakes, and I said that because I interviewed some people who are very proficient in English, and they all told me the same thing. They can talk about the many stories about making mistakes in the past while using English. So that's why I said it. Just enjoy making mistakes, and that will even improve your skill. So.
Right. It's okay to make mistakes, and
Yes.
nobody cares. Nobody cares about it. All right. So since today we are having a special guest from India, so Shuryan, could you introduce yourself briefly?
I am Shriyans. I come from India. I've been living in Tokyo for past 1.5 years, and I work here as an IT guy.
Oh, cool. So let me ask some questions. So first,
Surely.
what brought you to Japan?
What brought me to Japan? The culture. Basically, Japanese company came to India to my college. They recruited me, and I always wanted to come to Japan. The culture, the food, the movies, Japanese movies, animes to an extent. Yeah, that brought me to Japan.
So as of now, how do you like Japan?
Oh, I'm liking a lot. I like traveling around Japan, plus the people here. And the biggest thing about Japan, it's very convenient, friendly. Everything is so easy.
Yeah, that's what many people say.
Right.
But it's true, right?
Yeah.
Right. And what's your working style is like in Japan?
So in Japan, initially I used to work for a Japanese company, but now I'm starting in a company where everybody has to speak English. Even the Japanese, even non-Japanese workers, everybody has to speak English. Their company's aim is to make it a global company. That's why English is a requirement for them.
I see. I don't think you can reveal the exact name, but I can understand. So because I work for the at the same situation.
Ah.
So yeah, in order to make the communication smooth,
exactly.
why you have to speak English at work. All right, Adam, have you ever met some Indian guys in the past?
I don't think so. Not that I can recall.
Tosan, how about you?
Yeah, I used to work with some people from India in the States. I was working for a very big company. Yeah, it's international company. So, and I was working for a headquarter in the States. So yeah, we had people from many different countries in the office, and of course we all have to use English.
Right. I'm in the same situation. So in a department, so we have 2 or 3 Indian guys and girls. So we always have to speak English at work in order to better communicate with each other. So so that's why I can understand the situation. So what the situation is like. And today we're gonna ask some questions, and we're gonna cover. And I think Tosan has already shared some questions with Shurian.
Oh yes.
Right. So we're gonna ask some questions.
You want me to?
No. I'm gonna ask some questions.
Okay.
So Shurian, is that okay to go into deeper and deeper?
Sure.
We're gonna have a conversation over some topics. So first question is going like this. So what is the hardest part of being able to speak English?
The hardest part to speak English. So I have a background where since as a kid I was studying everything in English. But even then we were given words in English. We are used to making sentences, but the basic thing which comes is your thought process has to overcome it. Being an Indian, I had my thought process in Hindi. The one thing I had to overcome is start thinking in English when you have to speak. Don't think in your native language, then translate it, then say it. Rather, just think in the language that you're going to say. For us, for this situation being English, start thinking in English. That's the one important thing.
And did you get used to it?
Yeah.
So you were thinking in Hindi first, right?
Exactly.
And you have to get used to like a thinking in English in your mind. And was it easy? Like, how long did you take?
So initially it was difficult because all around me in India, with my parents, with my friends, we used to talk in Hindi. So to develop thought process in English, one thing which I started and which my parents actually encouraged as a kid was writing diaries. That helped me to formulate my thoughts in English while writing. Because as soon as I write, thoughts run at a very fast speed. You have to think it in English and then write it. And basically, which I think was necessary. It's not necessary to learn good vocabulary or to speak in an accent, but it's necessary to make your thoughts which you formulate in your mind to put them in English as clearly as you can.
Interesting. So, which means all it takes is a little getting used to, right? So, what do you think about what Shurian said, Adam?
Yeah.
How did you get used to it? So,
well,
thinking about something in English in your mind.
Well, in my case, it's completely different because I'm Swedish and English and Swedish are so closely related. So I can think in Swedish and just say it in English. It doesn't really matter that way. Since I can translate every word in an English sentence word for word, I don't really have to switch out anything. The grammar is almost the same.
That's totally different from what we've been struggling.
But
Yes.
I know how it is, because when I speak or try to speak Japanese, I have to think in Japanese, and that can be hard.
Yeah.
Right.
I know how it feels.
You speak 3 languages
Yes.
right now.
So I think that how difficult it is to learn a foreign language, it depends on how far your native language is to the target language.
Yes.
That's a point. That's a point.
A lot of people say this.
Right.
So I have a question.
Right.
So what about the Hindi? Is Hindi close to English, or?
It's closer to Japanese in the sentence patterns. It's with very low level of grammar in Japanese, I can translate word by word from Hindi to Japanese. The same person, object, verb pattern, as opposed to English person, verb, object.
Oh, so Hindi is closer to Japanese than it is to English?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
In the grammar pattern. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that too. Interesting.
Yes.
So, speaking of that matter, Toshi-san, do you have any tips for being able to speak English from Japanese guys' point of view?
Well, because I grew up in Japan and my native language is Japanese, so yeah, it's very far from English.
But
so,
you speak it well.
I think the first, to me, studying English is not something, like you have to go to library and sit at the desk and study it, like open the textbooks. And I think that in order to get used to English, well, at least what I did personally was like make it part of my daily life. So like I get up in the morning, I go out, I meet my friends that only speak English, and I use it. And even in daily life, I listen to English radio, I read English magazines, and so I had to get into habit of exposing myself to English. And so a lot of people think that they just have to go to to a library to
hospital.
Maybe they're gonna have to go to hospital after studying too hard. Too much headache, I guess. But, yeah. So yeah. To answer your question, you have to expose yourself to English, just like you are naturally exposing yourself to your native language. So if you're watching TV in Japanese, and you should start watching TV in English on a regular basis.
But I think being exposed to English conversation without any strategy, once you get somewhere. That's my point. So what do you think about it? So just talking about something in English without any strategy won't get you somewhere.
I think you need to have some basic, of course.
Basic.
So I learned
knowledge.
English. Yes. So I of course I learned the basic in terms of grammar and the words and stuff in Japanese school. I went through Japanese education. So I already had a good basic before I started using English in my daily life. So that's a strong
That was the basic.
Yeah, so some people just try to jump into like using English in daily life without studying the basic, but I don't think it'll work unless you're like a child. So,
right. The basic skills really matter.
Yes.
But if you have it, just jump into the conversation.
Yes.
On a daily basis.
It's like a theory and a practice.
Right. Shurian, what do you think about it?
As Toshi said, it's like the most important thing. Start reading English literature. Start watching English TV series, dramas, movies. That would definitely help. Start conversing. Because when you start conversing, and do not fear about mistakes if you're pronouncing the word wrong, if you're using wrong prepositions, because prepositions are a mess in English. You have different, it just doesn't make sense sometimes. You're in the car, but you ride on the bus. It's both vehicles. Why can't I use the same prepositions? So it's actually the language has two very spot holes where a beginner can just get stuck. but just try to work on those. Just do not fear if you're going to say wrong. It's better if you say wrong so that someone can correct you, and then in future you will just not make that mistake.
What a good metaphor. Easy to understand. Easy to understand. Are there any English programs in India available?
Television programs. Actually, a lot of news channels cover it. So and a lot of newspapers also come in English, which is very good. As a kid, you need to be aware about the world, so you are reading the newspaper and you're reading it in English too, which is really helpful.
I understand.
I mean, English is official language in India, right?
Because we have 24 official languages, so yeah, these are the official ones. There are more than 20,000 dialects, but anyway, 24 official languages. So English has been an official language for interstate, different states of India to communicate between those, things like that, for government purposes, because we had the British rule for 200 years.
I understand. And when it comes to Indian English, is it okay? I don't mean to be rude, but I have some specific question.
Yeah,
so
the
many,
accent.
right? Many
Exactly,
people
yeah.
might be complaining, not complaining, but mentioning the accent itself. What do you think about it? Have you ever been
Definitely
said
there.
like
There's
that?
a very strong Indian accent which comes out of every Indian, because unless like if the person have lived abroad or had a lot of exposure or has been hanging around foreigners, then they can adapt the other accent. But living amongst Indians and speaking Indian, definitely you would have a strong accent. So yeah, that becomes a problem amongst other people.
Yeah, I take it for granted because so each person has each accent, so it's okay to be different. But so some people might say the Indian accent might be just a little bit hard to understand.
Exactly, we put it that way.
What do you think about it, Adam?
Well, I have no problem with it actually.
How
I
do
can
you find
understand
it?
everything. That's fine.
Great.
Yes. Well, but I know that some people can actually mention it's either the South African one or the Indian one that people complain most about, I think.
Yeah, it's interesting because certain accent is difficult for certain people.
Yeah.
Yeah, while others don't find it is. So
yeah.
I think it's something. I think it's something like related to phonetic, the pronunciation of your native language.
Right, based on our mother tongue.
I see no problem at all. So.
I think that's why we can easily understand Korean's English.
Yeah, because we're similar.
Don't you think so? Pronunciation habit or like background or something.
Yeah. So I have some Korean friends, and they try to teach me Korean. And when they teach me some new words, I can immediately copy what they say. And when I repeat what they say like, and I sound perfect. And just because I have like very similar the pronunciations we use in Japanese language as well.
So which means we are cut out for learning Korean?
Yes, right.
Similar.
I think some languages in the world that they have more variety of pronunciations compared. Like a Japanese language is very limited in terms of pronunciations. We have to learn to produce a lot of like a new pronunciation.
Right.
Yeah, we never used to in learning foreign language, and that's probably the reason why it's difficult for us to catch the accents in general.
Yeah, I think so. We're not used to like making like some specific sounds like sh or sa, th sound or and l sound. It's so hard for us to produce that kind of sound. Right. So, Shurian.
Yeah.
So how do you try to make your pronunciation better, or I don't know, how do you manage that kind of matter?
I'm not really sure about it. I never worked on making the pronunciation better. I just assume I am Indian. People will assume me having a thick Indian accent. Like, let people get used to it. But I think my exposure has been mostly through television series or dramas. And I used to do theater. So basically, at times I used to imitate one of or two of the characters. Probably that's where I started picking up.
That's what we do.
Try to say the words as they say it. Where to take the pauses specifically, where not to take. Which word to elongate, where to not. Yeah.
Have you ever had any problems or troubles in the past with your accent, or I don't know, I don't mean to be rude, but
like for learning English pronunciation, I guess?
Right.
No, actually not.
No problem. Oh, that's good, that's good. Okay, you're fine at work with your pronunciation. So, but generally speaking, there's so many people, complaining, not complaining, but saying, it's so hard to understand. Yeah, it's a matter of individuals, I think.
Most probably, yes. Yeah.
How strong and how easy to understand.
Exactly.
Are there any dialects in India, like each state or each place?
Oh yeah, exactly.
Accent?
India is distributed among that. Different states have actually a different language of their own. Most of them, they were divided on linguistic basis itself. So each different states nearly have different language. That's where there are 24 officially different languages. Each have a strong dialect tongue. It's most of them can't understand each other's language. So the southern region of India has still a more stronger, the typical Indian English accent, which they call. So the southern part of India has it more stronger than another.
Oh, I see. Toshan, do you have any questions?
Question about
anything? Just.
Well, I think the Hindi language already has a lots of pronunciations.
Definitely.
So is any for Japanese people, for example, like a V, vacation V. The V sound doesn't exist in Japanese language, so we have a difficulty in learning that as a pronunciation. Is there any pronunciation that is difficult for Hindi speakers to learn? I mean, for learning English.
Too many, half words and everything. So I think the only thing difficult is we can't roll our R's like Americans do. It's impossible for us to do that.
So you tend to kind of replace the R with a R.
Exactly.
Yes. We do the same thing in speaking English. It's called a magnet, kind of like a magnet effect. So many people tend to replace the sound that they don't know how to produce with the sound they already have in their language, their native language, because it's similar, so it's convenient.
We have a tendency to replace some specific pronunciation.
Yeah, so if it doesn't cause any a communication problem, and as long as people understand the word you said, there's no problem, and that is your accent. But sometimes the problem is if you just use a fully Japanese accent in English, and if people don't understand what you're saying. So and that's why, so I have to really train myself when I started studying English. So okay, my question is, for example, if it's R pronunciation, Shurian said he can replace it with R sound in Hindi language. So that kind of replacement works most of the time, or maybe it works every time. So you don't have to learn any new pronunciation in English when you speak it. Is that what you mean, Shurian?
It works, but I mean, it shouldn't. Basically, we should be trying to adapt to that accent. But It just works, and then people stop putting that effort, I guess.
Okay.
But to properly speak it for like the native person directly understands whatever you say, you need to, roll your R's or whatever your nuisance is there.
Okay. I see.
I understand. And we have already focused on too much pronunciation. Now let's move on to the next topic. So how did you get to used to be speaking English? Just speaking of the fluency. How did you get used to it?
I think since I was a kid, we used to have like the English teacher was like the most amazing teacher I ever had. She used to every morning she used to bring us like newspapers, and each student had to read the first news, the second news, and follows. So they had to be good in their pronunciation, where they take pauses with the commas, if it's a full stop, how they act with it, how they are fluent with it. People used to sing while reading it, so that is bad. You have to just keep a constant tone, how you manage your tone. Each of those things she used to emphasize a lot while reading text. So that helped, I think, with the fluency.
Did the teacher push you guys, to speak English in class?
Yes, definitely.
And did you express your feelings and opinions in the class?
We had to, basically. Like, she wouldn't listen to us if we did it in our language. Like, no, tell me in English first. Like, okay, I want to do this. Can you let me, please?
I understand. That's what we didn't at school in Japan, Tosan.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
We didn't speak English at all in class. We just listened to the teacher.
It's lecture.
Lecture. Right. It's interesting. Right. So, what do you think about Adam? So speaking of fluency,
yeah.
How did you manage the situation, and how did you get to use it?
Well, like when I was in high school, at least, my teacher, well, he was Swedish, but during the lessons he said he only understands English. So if I tried to speak to him in Swedish, he wouldn't listen. So I had to speak English all the time. And well, actually, since I came to Japan, I have been using English every day. So I think my fluency has become even better. Because before I used to listen to English and I read English, but I didn't speak that much because I didn't really have to. But now I use English every day, since I don't have any other Swedish people to talk with, actually. So.
Right.
About what
age? About what age did you start speaking English naturally?
Well,
I don't know, as far as you can remember.
Well, we start with the very basics when we're about 7 in school, but actually having conversations maybe 13, 14.
Understand. So how about you, Shurian?
Quite the same.
Do you remember?
Yeah, the basic English you start doing, and then you have to ask your teacher and everything, the formalities from around 8, 6, 7. But on your own, when you start doing it, it's like around the beginning of teenage, I guess. 12, 13, somewhere around that.
I understand. I think there are so many people who have struggling to being able to speak English all over the world. Shurian, do you have any tips for them to be brave in a conversation and to speak English?
To increase conversations. Start expressing whatever thought you have. Just try to put it in English. Even the messiest form you can get, there is someone bound to correct you about it. There are grammar Nazis all over who will just pinpoint what mistake you made. They'll correct it. So just start putting yourself out.
How can you be so strong? And how did you get that kind of mindset? It's okay to make mistakes, and it's okay to get across your feelings in English.
I think because English came up as quite a necessity. All our courses structure is in English. Laws, everything. I had craze of computers as a kid. Anything for computers, I had to look up in English. Let it be programming, let it be working a small website, just opening a web page will be English. So that became a point of necessity that no, this is one thing that I can't lack at. So that I have to bring up at any cost. That gave the confidence, okay, let's make all the errors we can as initially as possible.
Right. And what do you think is the best thing about speaking English? Shurian, what's the best
communication? Cross communication. I couldn't have ever talked to you, Toshi-san, or Adam ever. If he just spoke Swedish, you just spoke Japanese. My Japanese is terribly bad currently, so we could have never cross communicated. Globalization, that's one thing. We can go talk to anyone with English. Not this point, but maybe little in future.
Sure. Yeah. We couldn't communicate at all without being able to speak English. That's the best thing. Interesting. With English, we can get anything that we want, and we can communicate with all over the world, people from the world. So that's the best thing. Right. Tosin, how about you? What do you think about it?
I think the good thing about speaking English, I think that right now I don't have exact figure, but a third of the people in the world speak English, I guess. So yes, so you can communicate with a lot of people using English in the world, and the good thing is, like, I learned English in America. I came back to Japan. Then I can communicate with a lot of people from other countries, and this is something I never be able to do when I was growing up in Japan.
Oh, like what we're doing right now.
Yeah, I could never do it, like growing up here. I went to the States, came back to Japan. It's the same country I'm used to. This is my mother country, but still, the world is a lot different now. I can communicate with a lot of, foreign people living in Tokyo. So I don't know, Japan is more interesting than before to me after I learned English. So that's a good thing about speaking English to me.
Is that the reason you hold some seminars or like parties on every Sunday?
Yes, because I see a very big barrier. Like Shurian, what do you think? There's a big barrier between the local Japanese people and the foreign people, right?
Definitely.
And so by hosting parties or meetups, gatherings, whatever you call it, I just wanted to break the barrier, or at least I wanted to create this opportunity for cross-cultural communication. So yeah, that's why I do it. Instead of just only teaching English in a classroom, which is important as well. That's what I do as a teacher. That's my profession. But yes, Selen-san, like you said, I was party for those reasons. I mean, for like creating an international community.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, and
is that a party or meetup? Or whatever you call it?
I think it's an international get-together.
International get-together.
Yes, and also this is English community. So
English community.
We are in Japan. This is a big community of Japanese language, right? Of course, we're in Japan.
Right. That's society. That's society.
Yes, but you can still create an English language community or community of a certain language. Nowadays, if you use Facebook or some meetups and a lot of internet mostly, you can use it as a tool to communicate, to gather people who speak certain language, and you keep doing that on a regular basis, and then you get to have a lot of regulars, right?
Right.
And that is a community of a language.
Right, and the more you do, the bigger it's gonna be.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yes. I've been doing this for 4 years now. And because everyone speaks English, so it tends to gather a lot of people, not just only from English-speaking countries, but also people from Asian countries, European countries. Like Adam also comes to my event sometimes, right, Adam?
Yeah, that's true.
and it's Syrian as well. So like, see, this is already international.
Right, it's a community. It's a huge community. So Adam,
yeah.
So how do you find that meetup, international gathering? How do you find it?
I think it was on Facebook. Like the first time I went, I was like, I'd recently arrived. I didn't know many people, so I thought it would be fun to just check it out, and I did. Like I basically wanted someone to speak to because I was kind of alone.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Right.
It's nice to have friends in your country.
And Syrian, have you ever joined it?
Yeah, I participated last 2 times. So Toki invited me over Facebook, and I thought it would be fun to meet people here where I could use my English. Really.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you get any friends at the party?
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm one of them.
Go ahead.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of what?
Oh, like.
Oh, he just pointed out like he's one of the friends which I got through the party.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
And I think what we're doing right now is very similar to what Tosan does. So we're creating a new community online and breaking the barrier and go beyond the obstacles. So using online and using this program, we're going to be able to create a new community. Right. So anyone can watch us speaking English online, and anyone can leave their comments on the comment section if you're interested in that. So just join us anytime. And it's going to be like a big community online.
Yes, so it's a lot different from just going to school to take lessons. This is more like, the more interaction involved and something you join as a community. Online, offline, but the concept is the same.
Right. We can build up a new community online. And we're going to have a interesting conversation with anyone online. So like Adam, Shurians, and Tosan. So we can talk about anything online. And right.
Yeah. So it's like we're not studying English. We're not studying English. You know what I mean? We are using we're learning English through using English. I would put it this way.
Right. At one time. That's the most efficient and effective way to improve our English, skill set. Using and learning at one time. And it's okay to make mistakes in that kind of situation. Nobody cares. It's okay to be different. Any accent is okay, and no preparation is required. So just talk about anything that you want. So,
maybe we should start doing a lot of other things in the future, like playing the music together, or
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just brainstorming.
No, it's okay. Yeah. Yeah. We can do many things at one time.
Yeah. See, I see a guitar on your wall. On the wall, I see guitars.
Right. I play guitar, and you play the piano, right?
Yes, I do.
So how about Shurians and Adam?
I don't
play.
Do you
guys do you sing?
No.
No. How about Shurians? No.
No.
Don't you want to sing any songs?
Definitely not.
Right.
Yeah, I'll spare you from that. You don't need to hear.
Yeah. I don't know you.
I'm a horrible singer.
Really? I don't think so.
I'm a horrible singer.
But at least you're so good at playing the piano.
I think I'm okay.
Not bad. Yeah, I think we can. Yeah, we can have some like a small concert in the future.
Yeah.
Like small gig, and we can broadcast at the studio, like playing some instruments in the future. So we can do anything.
Yeah.
Right? And Shurian live in Tokyo, right?
Yeah.
And Adam lives in Tokyo.
That's right.
Right. So yeah, we can meet up offline, and then in the future we can broadcast at the studio or at the place, and we can broadcast. So we can do anything. And next week we are gonna have a guest from China.
Oh.
So Chinese guy is joining us next week.
Wait, how many people can join at the same time on this hangout?
Up to 10 people at one time.
10?
10.
Wow.
If you want, we can invite. We can invite up to 8 people.
The more the merrier. More the merrier.
I think so.
Yeah, it'll be kind of chaotic, but very lively and fun for sure.
It's gonna be a disaster. 10 people at one time.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, I think about 4 and 5 people are like better for this kind of situation. But still, the more the merrier, I think. Right.
Cool.
And my last question for tonight is, so Shurian, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Oh God, I hate these interview questions. Every company I interviewed, where do you see yourself?
Not an interview, just spontaneous question.
I don't know. I don't know. After 10 days, where am I? 10 years is way far too much.
Do you plan to stay longer in Japan?
As of now, yes.
But depending on the situation of your work.
Work, studies, if I want to go study further. Not sure yet.
Yeah, I didn't want to be rude, and this is not going to be like a job interview or something. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
These questions are always in the interview.
But I think this is for me my first time to talk to a guest from India online.
Ah, really?
This is a very good chance. Tosan, do you have any questions for him?
Shurian? So, well, Shurian, you already know English, so I want to ask you a question about learning Japanese.
Yeah.
So, do you have any plan? Do you have any strategy for learning Japanese now?
I think I should join, rather than an English meetup, I should also join a Japanese meetup. Because like you pointed out, it's good. So you teach in classroom also, and you host this event also. So teaching is classroom is a very passive activity for a student. But being in a meetup is a very active process of learning, which actually makes a difference.
Yeah.
Passive is necessary for knowing the rules, but for usage, you need the active sessions.
Oh, yes. So it's like a theory and a practice, in other words, I guess.
Exactly.
Input and output at one time.
So what you're going to do is go to school to learn the basic of Japanese language, and you just...
Either from the books or something, but then participate in events where they speak Japanese a lot for learning.
Yes. I can help you with that.
Awesome.
Yeah, we can help you. We can help you. And Tosan, what do you guys do at the international gathering? What do you guys do?
We just get together and we all talk in English. Sometimes we have a topic and we talk about it. And sometimes it's just a free conversation. And we shuffle so you can talk to other people as well. And it's every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Yes, it's been going on for 4 years now, and there are a lot of regulars, a lot of nice people, but the point is to just just use English. Like no one's really teaching English. So I teach English there sometimes because of the requests that I get. But like I said, the concept is to create a community of English, and you know, have people join it so they get used to using English, right? So they can develop the fluency, they can develop the communication skill.
Focusing on speaking English. Do you guys speak Japanese once in a while?
No, but the thing is, like, I think Shurian knows that after the event, we go out for lunch, like post-event lunch, and that's where everyone speaks Japanese. Yes. Right. So for foreign people from other countries, the advantage will be like this: they have an opportunity to make friends with the Japanese people who speak English. So you're probably not confident about your Japanese yet, but you can at least communicate with the local Japanese people using English, and that is an opportunity to get to know them first, right? And you can just gradually start using Japanese with them, maybe at the lunch after event. So that makes the transition easier.
Right, and Tosan is creating such kind of opportunities for such kind of people on a daily basis, on every Sunday.
Yes, every Sunday.
And how can people find the information online?
Facebook.
Facebook.
Mostly, yes. I have. What can I talk about here? I don't know. Like.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You can announce it, or you can mention.
Is this what I'm supposed to do? Okay. So, like, Siphon English is SYPHON. Siphon. And English.
Could you say that again? SI.
Oh, okay. I'll start again. S.
All right.
Y.
P.
H. O. N.
Siphon.
English.
Siphon English. All right.
Yes. So if probably I think that you can see the logo, or at least as my name on Hangout, I think it shows Siphon.
Blue one.
Yeah. So Siphon and English. If you search on Facebook, you see the community page where you can find all the detailed information about my Sunday gathering.
Oh, in Japan.
Yes, in Tokyo.
If you live in Japan and live in Tokyo, you can join him anytime on every Sunday.
Yes, this is small yet definitely, obviously, English community in Japan.
Right, and it's gonna be a huge community in the future. As long as you keep doing that.
Yeah. So I wanted to create this value, like another value as an English teacher. In addition to teaching English in school, you know, I just wanted to kind of make contribution
to society or to people.
Yeah, and also I wanted to have fun.
Of course, yeah, that's very important.
That's the main point.
I think I'm gonna join you in the future if I have some time.
Thank you. Yeah.
Really want to.
So you're gonna see Adam, Shurian.
Right, in person in the future. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
About how many people are coming to the meetup?
Average maybe 25, 30.
25 or 30. That's good.
And ratio is like maybe 50% Japanese people and the 50% like people from other countries.
That's a good balance.
Yeah. Very international.
Oh, great. And exactly where is the place?
It's in Kichijoji.
In Kichijoji. Not so far from the center of Tokyo.
It's the most popular place in Tokyo.
One of the popular places.
Maybe I should say one of the most popular places.
Well, seriously, good man. Better watch out now.
All right. Thanks so much for sharing that kind of like huge, cool community.
Oh, well, thanks for letting me talk about it.
No, you should have mentioned it in the past, last week or something. Anytime you can mention it.
Okay.
Yeah, there must be like a certain amount of people must be interested in that kind of situation. Some people need such kind of opportunity and occasion to be exposed to a natural conversation.
Yeah. So I think let me say this, like for learning, because we are all English learners here, right? Or we're like Shurian, Adam, you guys are learning Japanese, but anyway, this is about the second language acquisition.
Yeah.
And I think what's important is to have the both school and community.
Oh.
And if you have both of them, it'll be very effective, my opinion.
Oh. Do you think it's the best way to have two sides, like at school and out of the class?
Yes, you learn the basic in school, right? And you kind of expand it. You kind of like apply the theory you learned in school. I think everyone can go to school. You just pay the tuition and go to school is easy. But finding a community or belonging to a community, I think it's harder than the other. But
I think so.
Very important.
There are few good communities, so that's why
it
must be hard for people to find the exact community to be joined.
Yes.
To be joined, right?
So I have a question to Adam and Shurian.
Yep.
So do you guys have any Japanese language community that you guys belong to, that you guys can just join on a regular basis, so you have the opportunities to practice Japanese?
Not really, actually.
Not really.
Yeah. Well, I live in a share house, so I can speak with the Japanese people who lives here. But other than that, no, I don't think so.
Adam, have you been looking for that kind of situation?
Not really.
Not really.
So it's my own fault, basically.
No, I don't think your fault. But there are few in Japan. How about Shurian?
Yeah, quite the similar thing. Even I haven't actively searched around for a Japanese community till now. But I attended a few meetups where they were language exchange meetups, but I ended up talking all in English. I don't know for some reason why.
Because it's easier.
Exactly.
So which means we're gonna need the occasion or meetup gathering where Japanese learners can get together offline and English learners can get together at one time, and it's gonna be like a language exchange. So we can speak both English or Japanese at the party at the same time.
Can I talk about it a little bit? I have an opinion.
Sure.
So there are a lot of communities, like Meetup is the name of the app you can use to find parties and stuff, right? So if you're talking about communities, yes, there are a lot of communities, especially in Tokyo. But every time you go join those communities, you get to see the new people, right? And you don't really meet them anymore. You just get to meet them, and they're like your showtime friends. But
one-time
after that, yes. So the real community, in my definition, it's like a family. It's like a neighbors. It's like a neighbors. You just get to meet those people naturally.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah, and also if you become regulars, if you get to know them well and they know you well, and people start trusting each other, right? And that's when people don't really care about mistakes they make anymore. So sometimes you don't make sense, sometimes you don't understand, but you can just have them repeat what they said and stuff, and you can just start doing things like that. But with the people you first met, I mean, in the first place, it's kind of hard, and usually they end up doing a very superficial conversation like self-introduction, what is your hobby, where are you from, and stuff, and that's it.
It's gonna be always the same.
Yeah, so community of regulars community. I don't know what to call it, but you know what I mean, right?
Right. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be called the community. So Toshan and I so talked about it 2 or 3 months ago, and so what struck me was that story. That was so interesting. Yeah. What you talked about it struck me, and I guess so inspired about that story. The definition, your definition of the community. That's very important, I think.
Yeah. So that's what I did in the States. In learning English, I was in a student's dormitory, and I was hanging out with other Japanese students all the time. And there's a time that I thought, oh, maybe I should just start, meeting the local people. I'm in America, why not? I wanted to meet the American people. So I tried a lot of different things. I joined the local students party, and found some like parties and churches and stuff. But then, well, I think what worked out the best was because I play music, so I found some people who love playing music, and I started hanging out with them on a regular basis to practice music, and that was a big thing for me. It's a music community, and I was enjoying music. Meanwhile, I was learning English there, of course, right? So.
Right. Learning English is not the main purpose.
Yeah. But eventually, I was learning English, so like automatically.
Oh, accidentally.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the point. All right. So Toshan, do you still have any things to add?
Oh no, I'm alright.
That was good. So Shurian, do you have any comments or anything to say?
No.
Did you enjoy having a conversation with us?
Definitely.
Thanks for being here tonight.
Go
ahead.
Nothing. I was saying it's my pleasure.
Thanks so much. And Adam.
Yep.
Thanks again.
You're welcome
for being here.
It's my pleasure.
Thanks so much. And Toshan, so as I told you just now, so we're gonna have a guest from China next week.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it later. After broadcasting.
Okay.
Right. So I think it's time to say goodbye. Thanks so much.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for listening.
Thank you. And see you next week, guys.
See you next week.
And please come back to this place. So just wave to viewers. Thanks so much. Bye.